So my family is about to head to Disney for the first time. Pray for me, friends. I'm pulling out some watercolor paper and some of my favorite inks, not because this video is about Disney, but because I finally figured out the ultimate way to crush your fear of screwing up your art. So apparently when you're at Disney, you can spread a little pixie dust, if you will. It's a little something I learned about where you basically do something really nice for a stranger when they least expect it. I'd call it a close cousin to the whole pay it forward movement. So what I'd like to do for strangers is pay some art forward. Will you join me? So I decided to create a bunch of Mickey silhouette paintings that I can randomly pass out. I traced a bunch of circles to, create the basic Mickey silhouette. Now stick around because I'm going to have a whole Mickey-less project if you're not going to Disney and you really don't like Disney. So you drop in some water first, fill in those circle shapes, and then dab in some inks. Now, if you don't have inks, don't worry. Just make sure you spray down whatever watercolor palette you do have so your colors are nice, saturated, and juicy, and let them rip on the wet paper. Friends, I am taking a brush to move the paint around, the ink around a little bit so it moves and grooves and is a little more interesting and less splotchy. I'm working on a 5x7. It's the perfect size, not too big, not too small. And I did add a little bit of spatter, load up a juicy brush full of color, not too wet, and tap that brush on another. Making art for strangers will crush your fear of screwing up your art. Stick with me. Imagine receiving a surprise from a stranger that was imperfect, maybe clumsily wrapped, let's say. Would you be any less delighted that you were chosen for such a moment? Nope, never. So there we have it. Imagine the freedom you feel creating art for a complete stranger as a way to simply make someone's day with a surprise delight. It's art therapy, but both ways. Imagine seeing their face as they opened the package, read your quick note, and a shocked smile came over their face. Imagine knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt they didn't notice a single imperfect stroke you thought was made. Any imperfections your art contained simply couldn't possibly matter in that moment. And there you have it. It's as simple and as complicated as that. The moment you feel like you just can't create because you're going to waste your paper or waste your time, create a piece of art for someone you have never met. And you will feel that pressure lift from your shoulders and from your spirit. Because what I've learned, whether it's wrong or right in terms of mindset, is that a little bit of appreciation for something you've created by someone else goes a long way in motivating you to create even more. Now, don't worry, I promised it was coming. If you want to pay some art forward with me so badly right now, but you are not into Disney, just stick around a little bit longer. I have something for you. But first, here are 3 ways to make sure that your Pay It Art Forward project stays motivating. Number 1, work small. 4x6 or 5x7 is a perfect size because you don't want these to take so long that they start to feel like work for you. Number 2, work easy. Trace basic shapes, wet the shapes with water, and drop in color and let the magic happen. Number 3, work fast. Be mindful and instinctive, which basically means don't overthink it. Because remember, these are going to strangers and they're going to be surprised and delighted no matter what. Of course, it's me. I decided to be a little extra. I have a little bit of white gesso, adding some shine and a little mini Mickey silhouette. So fun. We're heading into it, friends. Here is your non-Disney Pay Art Forward opportunity. We're going to create a pom-pom flower. I'm using the same lid to trace a circle, pretty simple. And then we're going to add a stem and some leaves, just teardrop shapes along that stem, and then wet your circle. My water's not clean and I'm not worried about it. And start adding in your color, friends. It's that simple. Now you're going to want to have a black pen on hand or a color pen, whatever you want. It's up to you. You do you, boo. As we paint these leaves, friends, I just have to ask, let me know in comments, are you planning to give some art to strangers? Let me know what you have in mind. And while you're at it, give this video a boop. That's a like. It really helps me out. Now, is this a groundbreaking technique? No. Does it require tremendous skill? No. But that's the point. It loosens you up, it gives you confidence. They're quick and easy to make. And with each one you give out, you'll make someone's day. I guarantee it. Okay, grab your pen. This is where things get really fun, and we're going to start creating a center. A few loopy ovals around the center, and then some bouncy, wavy lines radiating around and around, friends. A few details in those leaves, and a few white moments with gesso, and there you have it. We're not done yet. Here's another idea for paying some art forward. Happy painting, friends.